Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. For those that don't know, I'm Craig, a serving soldier in the British Army, and today we will be talking about getting tips and advice for the British Army or the military. Like I said, this is a short video just on getting tips and advice for the British Army, because there's a lot going out there now and some people might be getting confused, might be getting misinformed, or they might be getting good information, which is obviously the good thing. Like I said, there's a lot of people doing it out there now. I started doing YouTube around 2 years ago now, I think it is, and from when I did it, I was second or third person to most probably do it. You had Drakey and Liam Brown were the first, I believe, and then you had Fabsy, Smudge, you got Luke from Ranger Media. They all started doing it, and what's become popular now, because people saw that you could get a good few thousand views from it, is people doing it from the assessment centre, or there's a few more people doing it in training, but there's not so many. The assessment centre's been the most popular one, but there are other people doing tips and advice on whether it's reserves or the British Army. But what we need to do is be careful where this information comes from, what information should we take in, and what sort of information should we maybe disregard or sort of be careful with. And the reason I'm saying this is because, like I said, it's expanded loads. Like anything, when things start trending, people see a market for it and they want to grow their channel, they want to grow their business or whatever it is. Why not? There's not a problem with that. People want to do it, but what we've got to be careful of is people getting misinformed or getting an unrealistic view of the military, which is what I want to pass on, because people can get an unrealistic view of the military. First of all, you've got to be careful putting yourself out there online anyway. As we can see, no matter what are in industries out there, you can get trolled. But also with the army, we've got PERSEC and OPSEC. Okay, so it's your security, your personal security, operational security, and sort of what information you're putting out there about the army. If you're new to the army, you've not even served in the army, you don't really want to be putting your face out there right away for the media to see, because it can ruin your chances within the military. You might not be able to go for certain jobs down the line, like SF, Rangers, PF, some sort of intelligence jobs, whether that could be within the signals, because they have some secret jobs. You've got in-call possibly, and other sort of jobs. If you're out there on social media and you get quite a big following, it's going to hinder your opportunity of getting those jobs. For me, I wanted to do it when I was younger, then decided not to, got married, had a child. It's not an option for me now. I'm getting out now, but when I started YouTube, it wasn't an option for me. So I could do it, but I'm always careful of what information I put out there. So first of all, these people do need to be careful of that, but also they need to be careful of what information they're passing out. It's like within the fitness industry, you get these influencers now who just think I've dropped a few pounds, or I've got a big following because I can post some half decent Photoshop pictures, so I'm just going to start doing workouts or posting different supplements on how to lose fat, etc, etc, just trying to make money. And that's what a lot of people are doing it. I started my YouTube because I had like a big passion for fitness and coaching and helping people. I sort of tried doing it when I was serving and the job just took too much time. So Amber actually put it forward to me. I started doing YouTube to get this information across to people that I couldn't do through like military boot camps and other sort of coaching because my job was too busy. A lot of these people now who are doing assessment centres and other sort of stuff, they're just doing it for views and they're just doing it for money. Okay, that's why they're doing it. Yes, it sort of comes with it, but not much money. I'll do a video on it in the future about how much money I actually earn from YouTube. It's not much. I started this for free. I didn't earn any money for about a year, maybe longer. It was all about just getting free information across to you guys. But with this new influx of people giving out tips and advice, can you 100% listen to it? Sort of, no. So the way you've got to look at it is Have they got any experience? Have they got any qualifications? Are they competent? So is it credible? And that's the same within the fitness industry, okay? It's quite easy to get level 3 personal trainer qual or build up a following and then just spurting out information that you see other people and regurgitating it. It's the same with the military. Have they been there and actually experienced what it's like to give you that information? If someone's been to the assessment centre, they've got an A grade that absolutely smashed it, come away, and then they're going to do a video on how to pass the assessment centre, how to get into the British Army, then yeah, you could most probably take away from that they've got some good information there. Have they passed the assessment centre, been in the Army 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they're now giving you information on how to pass the assessment centre? Okay, the assessment centre might have changed a little bit, but they've still been through the process. They know how the Army works. They know what sort of person you need to be, how fit you need to be to get in it. Yes, if they've barely got through the assessment centre, they've struggled to get through it, or they've got a D grade, maybe lower, and they're giving you tips and advice on how to pass the assessment centre, then I'm most probably not. I would be careful what you listen to. It's the same when someone wants to get fit for the Army, okay? Are you going to listen to people that have got the qualifications, they've been through the military sort of training system, they've got fit for it, they've passed it, they understand it, or they've just just started training for the Army, they're trying to give tips and advice? They can show you their journey, but they can't really give you tips and advice because they don't fully understand it. It's the same when you want to lose weight, you want to gain a bit of muscle. Have they got the qualifications? Have they actually done it? Have they trained people before? Have they got the experience, the competency and the qualifications to do it? Are they credible to do it? And that's what you've got to sort of be careful with on YouTube now, because there's so many people on Instagram and YouTube just spurting off information, but they've not passed it. If they have passed it, they've not passed to a high standard. So they're only just scraping through. So is their information good, or are they just scraping by? It's the same when it comes to like special forces selection, pathfinders. Either go to someone for fitness who's got a qualification, they've researched it, they understand the tests, the assessments, and they can break down the exercises that you need to do for it, or go to someone that's been through the course, passed to a high standard, and then can pass on the information of what they've done. Don't go listening to people who are scraping through or have never actually done it and just want views, because that's what they want to sort of be a bit of an influencer. Influencers don't work in the Army, trust me. You either just want to keep your head down and get your job on, get on with the job, basically. That's all you really want to do in the military. None of us joined YouTube to be influencers. It's just a way of passing on our knowledge to help other people. So just be careful of that. So I want to tell you where I think you should go for your information, tips and advice, whatever it is. Obviously me, click that subscription button, but also I don't have knowledge for the whole entire British Army. I may also get things, I wouldn't say slightly wrong, but I might miss things out. I might pass information on slightly different to how someone else would. So make sure you go and check out Drakey over Military Combat Network. He mainly does reactions now, but he thoroughly goes in depth into those videos, and then he will sort of pass on his knowledge through the Army and how they sort of marry up and how they can work together. You've then got Smudge over Military Kit Review. So anything sort of kit and equipment wise, then you definitely want to head over to him. I can tell you what kit and equipment I use, but he breaks down all the other bits of kit and equipment out there, and he's also the guy you could speak to for infantry, so you can send him a message and he can pass on information about the infantry. You've got Luke, Range Media, so anything to do with the Royal Irish or infantry, even fitness, because he's a level 3 personal trainer, so there's information he might know or might be able to explain slightly different, so you can get my information plus his information, put them together and walk away with even more information. You've then got DJ RXP. I actually don't know his name. He's an officer within the infantry who puts out awesome videos. He's just been a platoon commander in ITC Catterick, so he's your go-to guy for infantry training at the minute and just generally being in the infantry, or if you want to go through Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. So make sure you go and check him out. Fabsy, I believe he was Royal Logistics Corps before, he's now PT Corps, so anything fitness, anything from Purbright, because he's the most recent person I know who's on social media who's been through Purbright. So make sure you go and check them out. That's where you sort of want to get your information from. Have they got a qualification? Have they either got qualification and experience, or just experience or qualification? And are they competent and credible? Okay, have they been through it recently? Have they spent enough time through it, or have they just done a few weeks and they're just trying to become a social media influencer, which doesn't work? Okay, the military, you just want to keep your head down, get on with the job. It's the job that matters. Okay, you don't want to be out there well known, you just want to be good at your job, okay, and get on with it. People don't care in the military how many social media followers you've got, how many YouTube subscribers you've got. Okay, they say well done to me, and they do other people, but they don't care. All they want to know is, are you good at your job? And can you look after each other when you're out on operations? Okay, so they're the channels that I recommend you should go and check out. Just go and have a look. They're definitely channels you should subscribe to. Let us know what you think. What's your comments? What's your thoughts on this? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Do you think there's anything I've missed? Click the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.